sport of kart racing was invented almost by accident way back in 1956. A guy by the name of Art Ingalls in California, USA, bolted a lawnmower engine of all things onto a kart that he had sitting in his backyard shed. The first World Championship was held in 1963 and has been held successfully every year ever since, and it's got more and more competitive as time goes on. In the 1970s, the sport was starting to become quite professional, and we had manufacturers building karts specifically for the European and World Championships. In Australia, the Nationals has been held every Easter, almost since the same period. This is a kart from the early 1980s. This is an Australian-made sprinter kart. Very basic in design, 30mm axle, no bodywork except for this NASA panel, 100cc racing engine, and it only weighs around about 50 kilograms. Very pure form of motor racing. Then we move on to the 1990s. This particular kart, an Italian-made Tony Kart from 1994, raced by 5 times world champion, the Italian superstar David Foray. In fact, this is actually the same kart that Australia's James Courtney used to win the 1997 World Championships just outside of Paris in France. To this day, he remains the only Australian to have won the world title. Bodywork provides the driver with a little bit more protection. It provides opportunities for sponsorship. Powered by a Vortex 100cc custom-built racing engine, producing over 30 horsepower at a screaming 20,000 RPM. Just to put that into perspective, your road car will do 5,000 or 6,000 RPM, and even then, you'll be breaking the speed limit. Bridgestone racing tyres, very similar to what we see in modern-day Formula 1 or V8 supercars. Then we've got a 2011 KZ2 shifter kart. This is absolute state-of-the-art, a real rocket ship. Water cooling, providing more reliability for the engines these days. 6-speed gearbox, very, very quick, around 45, 46 horsepower, state-of-the-art data logging. This particular kart made by Drew Price Engineering in Melbourne, one of the world's leading kart manufacturers. This machine, incredibly, has a top speed of over 170 kilometres an hour, racing on tracks all around Australia, tracks which have a length of around about 1 kilometre. You don't need one of these to race in karting. Indeed, about $4,000 or $5,000 will see you racing at your local club or track. This, around about $17,000. Might sound like a lot of money, and indeed it is. In fact, you can buy a brand new Hyundai for even less. But I'll tell you one thing, a Hyundai will go nowhere near as quick as this rocket ship.